Hi guys, my name's Rachel Brandon, if you don't remember, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite sports, and that is how to fish. Today I'm going to be showing you everything you need on your boat, as well as the basics on fishing. The reason I wanted to show you guys this is because it's a very therapeutic sport, it's something fun to do with your family, and I just find it really interesting. So I hope you take my info and learn how to fish. First, you're going to want to know everything that you need on your boat. Obviously, you're going to need your motor. We use a 9.9 horsepower engine, which means we don't have to have a boater's license to use it. You're also going to want a tackle box, some poles, an ice chest with some sandwiches and some drinks, maybe a mixed drink, if you're not driving. You're also going to want an air horn or a whistle because it's very loud. And if you get stranded in the middle of nowhere, you're going to want something like that to alert people that you're stranded. You're also going to want a weapon. This is not loaded, so don't freak out. I remember one time me and my dad were on the Withlacoochee, and we were parked our boat in some lily pads and we're fishing. And a water moccasin decided to try to go over the side of the boat, and my dad took this gun, and that was the end of that moccasin, and we didn't have to worry about that. You're also going to want something like a wrist lanyard, which goes on your wrist, and if for some reason you fall overboard, it is connected to the kill switch on the motor, and it shuts off the motor. Now that you know everything you need on the boat, you're going to want to know the basics on fishing. There are 3 types of poles. We only have 2 here because I feel like the bait caster poles are a pain in the ass. So we have push buttons, which are generally made for kids because okay, all you have to do is press the button, cast, reel. It's very simple. I use spin reels because they look more professional, but they're still easy. Now that you have your pole, you're going to want to know how to put a hook on your line. You can't see the hook in the line, so I'm going to use an anchor and a rope. You take this, feed it through the eye, go up like that, and then you're going to twist your thing a few times and bring this part down to the bottom and back through your original loop. And it looks kind of bad here, but fishing line is easier to use. Now that you have that, you're going to want a lure. I usually use watermelon reds because they're sparkly and I just feel like they look appetizing to a fish. So now that you have that, there's also lures that already have hooks on them. So they look sort of like this. This one floats on top of the water. I don't know where my other one went. Well, I can't find it, but it'll have a flipper on the front. Those are the ones that I like to use. It's a little rubber piece. And as you reel, they go underwater. The faster you reel, the deeper they go. And to me, they look more realistic than one like this. Okay, so now that you have your hook and your bait, you're going to want to know how to cast. I told you I use spin reels. They look something sort of like this, with a little flipper here and a spinner there. This is okay. You're not going to want your lure all the way to the top. You're going to want it about where it is now. You take your pointer finger, do like this, hold the line. Then you're going to take this thing and flip it over. Make sure there's no one behind you. Some people go behind their head. I like to go to the side so I never lose track of what I'm doing. And then cast. As you're reeling in, you're going to want to periodically hit your line, like jerk your line like that, so it looks like, to me it makes the lure look like it's wounded and it's an easier target for the fish. If you feel a fish bumping your line, you're not going to want to immediately start reeling in because sometimes they're just bumping it. They're not actually, swallowing it. So as soon as it swallows it, you're going to notice your line start to look like this, but we're going to want it to look like this because we want a really big fish. So then once that happens, you reel, fast as you can, and boom. Obviously this is an imaginary fish, but I can't catch a fish in 5 minutes, duh. So now that you know everything you need on the boat, as well as the basics on fishing, I hope you guys take my info and learn how to fish. I think it'll be very fun for you as well as whoever you're with. Thank you.